Have you ever wondered why confident people tend to show quiet strength? 10 things that show is silent and stoic. Silence, the symbol of defiance, gives us a glimpse into the lives of people who pay close attention to the words they live by for the best idea, used to speak well and live forward. Why the Stoic have done something very important in their life and changed the way they live and the easy way to talk to the world around them, our way. You know people who are calm and confident. Strength in the serenity of the mind and clarity in their thoughts, because these people are about. They think that a lot has been said, but they maintain a calm demeanor as they take the water from their quiet lives, talking about their inner strength and depth. What would we learn about our understanding of life, about ourselves by practicing silence? And how would our lives change if we also learned the skill of good silence, which we carry with us on a journey where every step is an invitation to discover and master Stoic skills? The ability to be still. We want you to think, ask questions, and maybe discover a new way to see the power of stillness in your own life. Please stay with us until the end of this journey and understand. Understand the important lessons that fortitude teaches. Stoicism is not just a way to learn from the past. It is a way to live well in dignity and peace. Let's start this journey from within and find the inner strength of the heart of great wisdom. Number 1. Keep calm. Stoics who are calm have a lot to teach us about being calm and accepting the quiet, which is a trait that fits with their search for inner peace and reason. Let's look at this through the lessons of Epictetus. Stoic philosopher summed up the meaning of serenity very well. Being quiet most of the time, or only saying what you need to say, is good advice that sheds light on the Stoic way. Not only does talking less save mental energy, it also creates a calm space inside. Why do quiet Stoics seem so calm? It's because they know the power of silence. In silence, one can clearly see and process the world's constant stimuli, reacting not quickly but with careful thought. Being able to speak quietly helps you think quietly, which is a must for the Stoic trait of serenity. Stoics who are quiet and shy show that they are in charge of how they react to things. Though we can't change what happens in the outside world, the Stoics believe that we can change how we react to it. Their serenity is a sign of this deep inner alignment. So, in the silence of the Stoic there is wisdom, and in the calm of the Stoic there is strength. By speaking less and nurturing our inner calm, we align ourselves with the Stoic ideal and can handle life's stormy seas with grace and poise. Let us therefore strive to embody this tranquility by taking on the quiet, calm demeanor of the Stoic, and we will find the deep peace that lies within the word. People often say, "Keep calm," to stress how important it is to stay calm and collected in tough situations. The saying, "Keep calm and carry on," originated from a British propaganda poster made in 1939, just before World War II, to boost the spirit of the British people who were afraid of being invaded. Since then, it has been changed and used in different situations to send a message of strength and stability. Effects on the mind. Adopting the keep calm philosophy can help lower worry and anxiety by encouraging a calm and in-control attitude during times of stress or fear. Telling yourself to stay calm can help you make decisions based on facts instead of feelings. You can use this motto in stressful situations that happen every day, like at work when you have to speak in public or with your friends and family. It helps you stay calm, which makes it easier to solve problems and less likely that you'll panic. The phrase "keep calm" has spread to many areas of culture and media. It's used in daily speech, on social media, and in products. This is because so many people know it and find it comforting to use when they are having personal or group problems. Some problems and limits. Keep calm can help, but it's important to know that it's not always the best answer. There are times when you need to be more direct or emotional in your responses. Speaking your mind honestly is also good for you, and keeping calm doesn't mean hiding your feelings. The keep calm idea usually tells people to be strong and calm, but it's important to know when to turn things around. Number 2, principle, follow through. When we look at someone's actions and behavior, We can tell if they are a talkative and active person or a quiet and silent person. In the Stoic tradition, people who practice silence often show strict adherence to disciplinary principles that are not just an external obstacle, but a word that guides all their actions. The history of the Stoic can help us understand this. Philosopher Epictetus, he remained true to his. Despite the hardships of slavery, he remained true to his principles. His silence is not a sign of devotion to God, but a testament to his respect for discipline, one of the learned qualities we can learn from calm leaders whose lives demonstrate personal virtues. Controlled vision and self-control. While we have no control over external events, we can control our performance by insisting that a disciplined and orderly life leads to freedom and peace. Taking a humanistic approach, the power of shows that discipline does not diminish, but rather provides freedom that provides us with a framework to move through life with grace and peace. By following the virtues of obedience, we can learn how to live a life of truth and purpose from the calm Stoics, who tell us that true peace and power cannot be found in noise. But let us take inspiration from the calm Stoics in following our values and beliefs, and seek to develop our own principles, not as burdensome rules, but as a guiding light for a life of honesty, integrity, and inwardness. Peace in this world. The way to respect the stable path and find freedom, truth, and happiness by following our principles. Number 3. Strength and adversity. Consider the story of Epictetus to understand why the silent Stoic stays strong through life's storms. Their silence isn't a void. It's a fortress of deep resilience built into the stillness of their being that gives them unmatched strength to face hardship. He was born into slavery and went on to become one of the most important thinkers of his time. His ability to find deep knowledge in terrible hardships shows the unbreakable spirit of a violent Stoic. Epictetus taught us that outside events can't hurt us. How we respond to them can. Through his silence, he found the strength to keep going and the wisdom to use hardship as a force for growth. Why are quiet people so strong when things go wrong? Because they are quiet, they build a strong connection with themselves that outside forces can't break. They learn in the stillness of their reflection that they have the power to choose how to deal with life's problems. A discovery that makes them strong and unbreakable. Let us learn from the quiet Stoic and use the power of silence to make ourselves stronger when we face problems. Think about Epictetus's quiet strength and ask yourself how you can use this challenge as a chance to grow. By practicing the Stoic habit of saying less and thinking more, we can find a source of strength within ourselves that gives us the strength to deal with life's problems. I not only had the patience, but also the style and knowledge of a real Stoic. Adversity is when we have to deal with things that are hard or unpleasant and put our mental, emotional, or physical health to the test. It can come in many forms, such as losing a loved one or having money problems. When there are health crises and problems in society, it's important to remember that problems are a normal part of life. This makes people stronger and more adaptable. Being resilient means being able to get back up after something bad happens. It means having a strong mind, a good mood, and the ability to handle problems. You can become more robust by being more aware, asking for help from family and friends, and learning from your mistakes. In this group, having a strong support system like family, friends, mentors, and trained counselors is very helpful when things are going badly. Support systems offer mental support, comforting information that is useful, and sometimes a new way to look at a tough situation. Problems and difficulties can often help us grow as people. Dealing with and getting through problems can help you enjoy life more, learn more about yourself, and care more about other people. This idea is sometimes called post-traumatic growth. Keeping up the good mood and hope. It is very important to keep a hopeful and positive mood when you are having a hard time. Good thoughts can help you handle worry and give better answers. Making easy goals that you can reach. Thinking about the future and being thankful can help you keep a good mood and get through hard times. This lesson stresses how important it is to see problems for what they are. Make yourself strong. Don't be angry, get help, and learn from them. Number 4. Get rid of distractions. People who choose the path of silence have a deep quality. Getting rid of distractions. Picture the calm figure of Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher whose life showed how powerful it is to stay focused. Even though he was born into slavery, Epictetus's Stoic attitude and his desire to live a life free from the unnecessary clutter of the mind and environment made him stand out as a symbol of tranquility. People who were quiet, like Epictetus, worked hard to get rid of things that were distracting them because they knew how important it was to focus on virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. In their world, every unnecessary distraction was seen not only as an annoyance, but also as a barrier to the cultivation of a deep reflective. By shedding these unnecessary layers, they were able to connect more deeply with their inner selves and the universal truths of life. Let's learn from the silent Stoics. They teach us that getting rid of things that bother us not only makes our lives easier on the outside, but it also makes room for our inner journey to become wise and learn more about ourselves. We don't have to give up things just because we can. We need to create a space where our true selves can grow without being stifled by the constant noise of the world. That's why I ask you to join this Stoic practice. Let's try to get rid of distractions in both our thoughts and our bodies. By doing this, we will honor the work of Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and make way for a meaningful life. Being clear and at peace with yourself. Distractions can make it hard to focus and get work done, whether you're working, learning, or just taking it easy. Finding ways to manage and get rid of distractions is key to staying on task and finishing things quickly. Here's how to stop being distracted for good. 1. Figure out what's taking your attention away. This is the first thing you need to do. Emails for social media. Things like loud places and personal electronics can confuse you, but once you know what they are, you can handle them in a certain way. Set up a separate area. Having a clean, organized space that you only use for work or studying can help you focus. Make sure this space is free of clutter and other things that might catch your eye. Be smart about how you use technology. Technology can be a distraction, but it can also help you focus. During work hours, use apps that block busy sites or put your phone on Do Not Disturb mode. Turn off Do Not Disturb mode when you need to focus. Plan breaks. To keep from getting tired, it's important to plan breaks often. This method, called the Pomodoro technique, has you work on something for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. Take a break or take care of any personal issues that are bugging you. When you return to work, you'll be more focused. Stick to your plans and goals. Being sure of what you need to do can help you stay motivated and on track. Separate your work into smaller, easier-to-handle chunks and arrange them in order of how important they are. This will help you focus on what's most important and avoid getting sidetracked by less important things. If you follow these tips, you can make your place more focused, which will help you get more done and deal with distractions better. Number 5. Inner strength. Inner strength is a great trait that is often hidden like a gem in a calm Stoic. It's not always easy to see, but it's clear when you see how they can deal with problems and still do well. One of the most important ideas in the Stoic mindset is that you shouldn't show how strong you are through words, but through actions and your unwavering determination. People who practice the Stoic virtue of not talking much use their inner strength in a deep and powerful way. They know that the biggest statement is often made without words, by being persistent and enduring a lot of hardship. They are strong not because of a loud gale, but because of a steady breeze. When they face problems, they do so without a roar, but with a quiet, unwavering resolve, because they know that life's problems are not meant to break them, but to make them stronger. They have the serene confidence to deal with life's ups and downs because they know that their core stays the same. By facing our problems with quiet determination and finding our center of peace in the middle of the storm, we can learn from this Stoic example of inner strength and tap into a source of power that is both calm and powerful. Let's embrace this Stoic trait of inner strength, knowing that true fortitude doesn't always come from fanfare, but often lies in the quiet depths of our being, helping us to endure, persist, and ultimately thrive. Now I have another challenge for you. Please like, share, and comment on this video. Message I want to keep going with our journey today. Number 6. Depth of knowledge. The silent Stoic is a great example of calmness and thoughtfulness, and they know a lot. Their silence doesn't mean they don't know anything. It means they are full of insight, experience, and understanding. You can feel how much they know in their stillness, which shows how dedicated they are to finding wisdom. World and truth. Think about the well-known Stoic philosopher Seneca. His deep ideas and self-reflection have been remembered throughout history. His wise works from over the years show that he liked to think about things. His careless speech also shows that real knowledge often lives in the world of silence. Sebastian's life shows that you can gain a deep understanding and clear thinking in the quiet of your own mind, away from the noise of the outside world. The silent Stoic teaches us that getting deep knowledge isn't just about gathering facts. It's about weaving wisdom into our very being. To do this, we have to pay close attention, listen carefully, and think deeply in their silence. The Stoics talk to themselves about the hard parts of life and existence, and they get insights that are like the stillness and clarity of a pond. The silent Stoic had an effect on these insights. Take the quiet way to learn more value. We honor the Stoic way of seeking truth and wisdom, not through the noise of words, but through the deep clarity that comes from thoughtful silence, by making silence a place where wisdom can grow, where insights can take root, and where our knowledge of the world and ourselves can deepen. Dr. Norman Webb made the depth of knowledge due framework to organize tasks based on how much thinking is needed to complete them. It helps teachers understand and use a variety of learning methods, from simple ones like remembering to more complex ones like planning and thinking. For example, Level 1 recall and reproduction tasks require you to repeat facts or simple steps over and over again. Simple math problems or remembering words are examples of Level 2 skills and concepts. You have to make decisions and use your skills in new ways for some jobs. For example, you might have to put things in order, compare and contrast them, or figure out what the data means. Third level of strategic thinking. The tasks need you to use data to reason and plan. An example of a Level 4 extended thinking task is solving problems with more than one step, where some solutions need to be justified, or where decisions and steps need to be explained. You will also have more time to look into these tasks. Projects that need to make theories and study things in depth are examples. Do levels in education help teachers make lessons that meet the cognitive needs of a wide range of students? They also make sure that students don't just remember things. They use and think about what they've learned in a deeper way. When teachers match tests with the right Stoic levels, they can get a better idea of what their students understand and how well they can do jobs that aren't all the same level of difficulty. This alignment makes it easier to make tests that test students' higher-order thinking skills. To teach Stoic levels, you can build on earlier lessons by starting with easy concepts and moving on to harder ones. Over time, this gradual increase in difficulty helps students build their confidence and skills. While Stoic is a good way to think about how hard a job is, it doesn't look at all aspects of learning, like how interested or emotionally involved a student is in the subject, or how the situation affects them. To give students a more complete education, we need to look at these things as well. For teachers to use Stoic with other educational ideas and frameworks, they need to make sure that projects and tests cover a wide range of cognitive needs. Schools and students can do their jobs better with the depth of knowledge approach because it helps students learn and understand things more deeply. Number 7. Non-judgment. When people are still and aware, they can think deeply about Stoicism. People who choose their words carefully don't judge through their stillness and awareness. Accepting that everyone has their own unique path full of trials and lessons isn't a sign of indifference. It comes from a deep understanding of what it means to be human. For example, Marcus Aurelius was a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor who practiced non-judgment fervently, even though he was powerful. He often wrote in his meditations about seeing others with compassion and understanding, knowing that, like him, they were doing what they thought was right, based on their own nature and knowledge. This view gave him the ability to approach others with understanding and patience instead of condemnation or judgment. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not judge others. Do not react to their actions. Do not judge others. Do not react to others with the same kindness and understanding that you would want for yourself." This trait also promotes inner peace because it frees us from the stress of constantly judging and reacting to others' actions. By practicing non-judgment, we not only improve our relationships but also grow as people, developing virtues like empathy, patience, and understanding. Let us be inspired by Marcus Aurelius and try to see the world through the lens of non-judgment. This will bring us closer to the Stoic ideals of virtue and wisdom, which will lead to a more peaceful and kind life for ourselves and those we interact with. Number 8. The way to listen deeply. Why do wise Stoics listen more than they talk? Stoics teach a method called deep listening, which is more than just listening. It also includes understanding and respect. Stoics know that deep listening can help you understand not only what someone is saying but also who they are. Think about the Stoic sage Rufus was very articulate, but he believed that listening was the best way to learn. He got ideas from listening that he never would have gotten from talking. It was through listening that he gained wisdom, compassion, and a deep relationship with the world around him. What can people who want to become Stoics learn from the art of listening deeply? When we learn to value other people's points of view and know that everyone has a story that is worth hearing, we learn to be present. We gain patience, empathy, and a better sense of connection with those around us when we practice this art. I think you should try this Stoic technique in your next talk. Pay attention not only to what you say, but also to what you grasp. By asking yourself what you can learn from this interaction and how you can connect more deeply with this person, you honor the Stoic tradition by seeing every interaction as a chance to grow and connect. This is a manifestation of the deep wisdom that we often speak most eloquently when we choose to listen, develop presence. To listen deeply, you must first be fully present in the present moment, leaving behind things like computers or thoughts that aren't important. Being aware is important for deep listening, and you can show that you are paying attention by making eye contact, nodding, and moving your body. Don't judge. If you want to listen deeply, you need to put aside any opinions or ideas you already have. When you have an open mind, you can really hear what the other person is saying without letting your own assumptions or biases get in the way. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they say, but you should give them a chance to say what they really think. Understand comprehension is the most important part of deep listening. Find out how the person speaking felt and what made them say what they did. It's not enough to just understand what someone is saying. You need to connect with them on an emotional level. You can do this by asking questions that show you understand and want to know more. To make sure you understand, think about what was said before, during, and after listening. This could mean writing down the speaker's main points in your own words, and if necessary, asking follow-up questions to make sure you get it. This keeps things clear and shows the other person that you are paying attention. Responding in a way that is respectful and related to what was said is also part of deep listening. The way you answer should show that you really heard and thought about what was said. You could, for instance, offer help, make notes, or share your own thoughts in a polite way. Really paying attention to what someone is saying is a strong conversation skill. It helps you understand not only what they are saying, but also how they feel and what they want to say. Things that are needed are to be present, gentle, empathetic, and close. You can get closer to each other. Listening carefully can help you solve problems and understand other people's feelings and thoughts better. This skill is useful in personal relationships, the workplace, and other places where it's important to talk to people in a meaningful way. Number 9. Humble. Have you ever noticed that people who don't talk as much seem more humble? In the Stoic society, this isn't a coincidence. Being quiet and stoic is a way for them to show humility, both on the outside and deep down. It shows that they think being wise isn't about showing off your knowledge with words, but about embracing how much you don't know. As an example, Kay the Younger was a Stoic who lived his life with an amazing mix of bravery and humility. Even though he was very important in Roman politics, he chose a simple life over a luxurious one, which shows how he lived his Stoic beliefs. What does this mean for us? His modesty wasn't a sign of weakness, it was a sign of his unwavering strength and conviction. He spoke less and listened more, and he let his deeds show how firm his beliefs were. Silent Stoics taught us that we can only be truly great if we know our own flaws and are willing to learn from everyone and everything we encounter. It makes us think. Do we listen to understand, or do we only listen to respond? Are we open to the wisdom around us, or are we closed off by our own ego? By embodying the humble nature of silent Stoics, we can create a life full of real happiness and deeper connections. Accept that life is always changing and be humble as a way to grow. Let us be inspired by the Stoics and find power in our silence and humility, knowing that this is the way to real knowledge and understanding. Number 10. Having self-control. Self-control is a key skill that helps people reach their long-term goals by letting them handle their emotions, actions, and urges. It's important in many parts of life, like relationships. Learn what makes you act without thinking about it when it comes to school, work, and your mental health in general. Once you know what makes you act without thinking, you can control yourself. If you know what makes you move without thinking, you can get ready for these times and maybe even stay away from them. Make plans for how to deal with things that bother you once you know what they are. Taking deep breaths is one way to do this. Take a walk or tell yourself nice things. Meditation and awareness are two more things that can help you stay calm and in charge. Make your goals and limits clear. Your goals should be clear and doable. This will help you stay on track and finish your work. Setting clear rules about what you can and can't do will help you stay strict with yourself. Learn to wait to get what you want. Wait for a better reward. Deferred satisfaction means being able to resist the urge to get a reward right away and wait for one later. Setting small goals will help you get better at this, like saving money for a big purchase instead of spending it right away. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. You don't have to work on your self-control alone. Friends, family, or professionals can all give you advice and help. Talking about your problems with other people can sometimes give you new ideas and ways to solve them. Take pleasure or resist temptations. Also need to be aware of and take charge of how you act on your wants and feelings. Self-control is important for a healthy and happy life. They know how to deal with arguments, better handle urges that are dangerous or impulsive, and keep their eyes on long-term goals. You can learn and get better at self-control with practice and care. It is an important skill for both personal and business success. Being Stoic doesn't just mean not saying anything. It's a practice that shows they are in charge of themselves. Stoics know that every word they speak has meaning, so they practice self-control by picking their words carefully. Marcus Aurelius was a tough emperor who, despite the stress of being in charge, found peace and power in deep thought. He was very dedicated to self-control, as shown in his highly personal writings. He wasn't easily swayed by changing emotions or the upheaval of events in the outside world. He used his silence to control his thoughts and feelings, turning them into good actions and wisdom. What can we learn from these stern, calm people? We should think about ourselves and give thoughtful answers. They make us question whether we are in charge of our words or whether our words are in charge of us. Are we aware of how our speech affects us and those around us? By practicing self-controlled silence like the Stoics, we can live a more thoughtful life where our words match our actions and beliefs. Not only does this practice help us become better people and find inner peace, it also improves our relationships with others, which lets us deal with the world in a more meaningful and deliberate way. We just learned about the 10 traits of a quiet Stoic. As we end this meaningful journey today, let us carry with us the deep insights we've gained about these people. Deep wells of silence teach us that real wisdom often speaks in quiet tones. Their qualities, which include self-reflection, strength, and discernment, lead us to a more balanced and meaningful life. We should all be able to handle some Stoic silence in our lives and find not only peace but also a source of lasting wisdom within it. Thank you for joining us on this trip into the heart of Stoic contemplation. Send your thoughts in a message, and don't forget to share these important ideas with everyone you know. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. See you in the next video.